my name's Evelyn and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video was a pain in the butt to film. My phone had died 3 times on me, so this video was originally going to be 3 different cuts in one video. So I was going to have this one on my face and one on my neck, just to show you the difference and how simple SFX cuts can be. So this was more of a moderate, easy one, because it's just tissue paper, cotton balls on the inside, and latex. So that's what she looks like. But I'm going to make the cuts a 3-parter, because I didn't want to leave y'all with just one, because that's not fair. So I'm going to do this one. I'm going to try and film 2 and 3 before I leave to Myrtle Beach. So, and I'm probably going to see if I want to vlog while I'm up there. It's a possibility. Who knows? But if you want to learn how to do a really basic, easy SFX cut, please keep on watching. I'm going to show you 3 simple ways how to create an SFX cut, because after you learn how to do the simple one, stuff like this and this becomes easy. Let's get to it. So what you're going to need is, of course, your very special, of course, it looks very used bottle of latex. Don't smell it, she don't smell good. And toilet paper. But that's mainly how I build everything. Well, with this you can substitute the either one of these, which is going to be toilet paper or cotton balls. A must need is going to be these little disposable sponges. They're a godsend. And to help color these, you can either use normal stuff or find around your house, like lipstick, or you can go out and buy color wheels or bruise wheels, which they're most commonly known for, because I have 2. I have the midnight one, which comes in this tiny special. It's tiny. It gives you 4 colors, which is just a dark blue, a maroon, a pale, and then a yellow, but depending on your skin tone, you can change it. You can get the different ones. The other one I have is the Mehron. I can't pronounce it right, I'm sorry. There's just some things I can't say right. So this is Mehron, I don't know. This one comes with 5 colors. It's just basically a bruise wheel. The back says bruise number 505B. So you get more colors you would use for bruises. So like when you get those really nasty ones, those yellows and greens, but then the ones that make it that true nice dark purple, which would be the light red, the maroon, and this dark, almost purple blue. So I'm going to remove my glasses, which are fake. Exposing myself 101. Not gonna lie, this is my go-to thing I use. It's just a regular old lid. You can pour, if you find stuff like this, you can pour like anything from fake blood to latex in it, and dip into the latex. I'm going to come here, just gently. And this first layer, we're just gonna let her dry. And some things to know with latex: you don't want to eat it, it's gross, it's not good for you. You don't want to heavily inhale it, because some do have I think it's phenoma, because I know it's in cat pee, which is really bad for you. But you also don't want to get it on places you know you're going to move a lot, so like your lips, your eyebrows. It's going to be one of them, because if you're like me, where I'm really expressive and I like to move my face a lot, my eyebrows, I do without realizing, and I probably moved them like 20 times in that one little sequence. So, know how your face works in certain areas where you know if you put a prosthetic on there, it's going to move a lot. So like here on my cheek, I don't move too much with my mouth, except open, and that's about it. So now that she's dried down a little, we're gonna start prepping a little. Wow, I'm weak. I cannot pull that apart. So you're just gonna get like a single little piece of toilet paper, and you're gonna, if it's 1 ply, you're set. If it's 2 ply, you're just gonna rip that in half. Like that. And so you're gonna go back to your handy dandy little sponge. You're gonna dip into some more latex. Toilet paper to stick. That's my game plan. Oh, it's dripping. So I'm just gonna take it and press that into the wet latex. I look funny, I know. Don't you wish you could take me out on a date on Saturday night? You see where that's dried, so I'm gonna hold my finger on that spot. I do this as a precaution, and I'm going to very gently rip away the excess toilet paper, like that. Oop. Just like this. Nope. Also be careful of having latex on your fingers by accident, because if you have latex that isn't set with powder yet, once that touches other latex, it's going to want to move and pool, so you can end up in a bad situation there. So, you're like covering it. I'm just going to cover her up. So now that I have clear outline where that's gonna be, I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna go back in with another round of latex, put some more tissue paper on it, and after that point, we're going to get to a step which most people are gonna find a bit terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. I won't lie to you. So, for this option, you can use tweezers, not a scalpel. Don't do that. I was gonna try to say, what's that called? Spatula. The little makeup spatulas, you could use that, or you could do like my crazy butt does and use scissors. I use these on my face because they're tiny and I get more control. I even like to use the brow tweezers that come in brow kits because they're tiny and I feel more comfortable than that with, you know, these buds. Make sure to test latex on the back of your hand before you put it on your face, because if you don't know if you're allergic to latex, it could cause a very bad reaction. But you also want to do this with every new bottle of latex you buy, because the last bottle I just finished, so this one I just started. It doesn't look like I just started it, but it leaked, so that's why she's kind of messy. But the last bottle I opened, I didn't check it because I was like, oh, I'm not allergic to latex, I will be fine. I do this. I go out and do this entire thing. It fits right there. So the entire time, this side of my face is burning. I'm like, wow, this is new. I've never felt anything like this before when it comes to latex. I take it off and that entire side's irritated and swollen, so learn from my mistakes. Test latex no matter what before you put it on. So now I'm going to go again with my little disposable sponge, and we're going to put some more latex on, but concentrate it more towards the middle. Just like that. And we're once again going to take the paper towel, except for this time I like to rip it in half. If I can do this straight, it is good enough. I like to rip it in half because I don't want to have to deal with as much paper towel as I did the first time, because the first time is just trying to get that base layer on. This one's more of trying to get it right in the middle, making it look a bit nicer. Oh, you see, that's what I mean. Make sure you don't have latex on your hands, because you can end up with a bad time. So you might be thinking, that's kind of big. Well, yeah, that's who I am. Partially, it's dry, but I can still feel it's cold in a couple of spots. So I'm gonna take my Coty Airspun powder, and I'm going to take my powder puff, and we're just gonna like push that into your skin. And here comes the part where I advise a good amount of safety, and if you don't have a steady hand and you're known as butterfingers, do not do this. I'm gonna gently, and actually I'll do a safer way for y'all, because so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my tweezers. So you see how they have that pointy side? Just making sure they would squeeze for a second. I didn't feel like it. Now that you look like a butchered attempt at the Joker, you can... There's two ways you can do this. One way, I like to feel... If it's cut like this, I wouldn't necessarily do this, but you can take the cotton balls, drag them around in latex and stick them in there, and that's what gives you this sort of... I have a mirror that's trying to fall, and I'm trying to grab something. But it gives you that sort of mutilated mess of muscle and tissue, but even here it just gives you that slight texture. Oh, that's actually stuck together pretty well. I don't think I can leave that down. Well, there's a couple of ways you can do it. There's people who will take, I'm gonna just use my foundation brush because it's simple and easy. So they take a lighter shade, so the one that's currently giving me my Simba scar on my forehead, I'm gonna literally so blind. I had to stop filming for 5 minutes to find it. And it was sitting on top of my Coty Airspun because I'm a bright cookie. So I'm gonna take my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in 20 Sand, and I'm just going to rub that around, give it. So now that you have that on, you can take any, it can be a beauty blender, it can be a Real Techniques sponge. I realize I'm facing too far to the, well, yeah, right. So I'm gonna take this. So I'm going to take Fresh Cut by Ben Nye. My nose itchy. So I'm going to take Fresh Cut by Bill Nye, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to pound it in there. Get a nice little standing there, and we're going to right on the edges pounds. So my phone died again. I'm gonna try and get this done as quickly as I can because I'm just trying to get this video over with. I'm sorry that it's turned out this way, but I'm going to quickly show you on the back of my hand how I do the irritation look. So I'm taking Fresh Cut by Ben Nye on this disposable beauty sponge, and what I do is I take a good amount on it and I start overlapping it. Take it off as much as I can there, and I'm going to start gently patting that on. So, and you just kind of switch between the two colors like that. And the way I was describing how to do this cut, because I did cut off the flap so you could see more in there, is I took just like this. It's kind of about the shape what I got on my face. So you have Fresh Cut right in there, right? No problem. So you take maroon, and I'm all about building colors, so I take maroon on the edges, blend that into Fresh Cut, like that. So you have this nice shaded area, but you want to go a bit darker, because there's some areas that are just going to be a bit darker. So taking a little bit of Midnight Sky from Mehron Bruise Wheel, I'm going to take that, and I'm blending that into the far edge, like as far as I can go, and I did that. So what I did after that is I took latex and fake blood, and I mixed it together to get this pink shade, which you see throughout on there, because I wanted to do a more graphic sort of, you see the muscle tearing apart in different spots, so you have it collecting there and spread apart. So what that does, it gives it more of a real image that I like. So I'm gonna take some, where did I set that? Okay, so I'm gonna take some more latex real quick, and I'm taking some more latex and pour that out. And what I'm gonna do, so I have this small amount, I'm gonna take some fake blood, pour that right into there. We gonna mix it, so there's no point in trying to avoid the inevitable. So we're just gonna quickly mix it together, and I'm just using the back of a brush. There's no, like when I've been using to paint, I'm just taking the bed, mixing that up, taking cotton balls, and you're just ripping off small pieces of fluff. So I'm gonna take this size, and I'm gonna quickly rub this through the latex and fake blood mixture I have just created. I'm gonna push that in, and taking my other hands and helping them pull off. And I got some on my chin, but it's fine. So that gives that ripped look. And what I was using tweezers earlier, but they wasn't helping as much. So I'm taking. I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna start applying fake blood. Kind of in. So you see how it's kind of catching on to different high points that have been caused by the cotton balls in this texture. That's what we want. We want to draw the eye more in to the cut than just looking on the outside, which is how I like to make things. I like to be able to draw the eye in no matter what I do. I always want to have something that's eye-catching, that wants to draw you in. So even if it's just a simple cut like this, you can go and make it above, like beyond, and just adding little details always makes a difference. No matter what you think. So as I go around, it's kind of tissuey, like pink spot there. I'm gonna take a giant spoonful as I can, and I'm gonna shove it up in there. The reason I'm doing that, so it gives it more of a filled. I keep checking to see if my phone's gonna turn off on me, so I apologize. But by doing that, you not only have allowed the blood to help add more an accent more than what you could beforehand, you give it to do a new look. Because instead of just a simple gash on the top of my face, it now looks like there's more serious damage by having this large piece of tissue or muscle just stick out in such plain view like that. So